The following is a review of a comic book and should not be looked at as an endorsement of the creator involved. If you really think that, you should have yourself checked out because you're reading into things that aren't there. Also, the quality of this video is low. If you're expecting higher standards, go check out me at Nerd@Newsstand or something else. What you see is what you get. Thank you and enjoy.
Hey guys, StarCraft here. I know it's been a while. Well past March for my March of Deathstroke and everything, but with all the quarantines and all the other stuff and working from home and everything, it's been a bit crazy. But I promise by next weekend I will get back to March of Deathstroke. Why? You'll find out by then. But for right now, I got some in my mail that I want to talk about, and that's Kamen America, Volume 1, Stars and Strife. The new book by Lim and Mark Pellegrini, as a very shiny cover. As this, I think, should have gotten this prepared. Be right back. So I should have gotten it ready. It's set, I'm pretty sure, within the Walmart universe or My Hero Macadamia. Why is that? Well, first of all, at the very end of Walmart Part 2, we had a preview where she meets up with Wanpool, which was meant to set up to here, but there's another connection that I will point out once we get there. But yeah, Kamen America. We open up, well, first with a quote from Doug to Naple, basically saying, "Do you serve truth, goodness, and beauty, or will you sell out your character to serve money? If money, then beauty is optional. If beauty, then money is optional. Making both is quite the trick and a rare luxury." I won't argue with that phrase, but yeah, we open up with young girl playing baseball. Someone throws a ball and it hits her right in the face. As we're meeting up and with Carly and her dad, basically saying the kid called to apologize and everything. I love how she basically had the cold piece of meat on her head. Remember how they used to do that back then? And basically the teacher was saying, she basically had to do it. She said girls could do everything that boys could do. That girls should do everything that boys do. And that she was setting a bad example. There's going to be a lot of pot shots at feminist type stuff. But in this case, it's more to make it clear, like, yeah, there are people who push for extremes when you really shouldn't. At this point now, you should still be able to do girl stuff and everything. And, yeah, I just love how the dad is just all like trying to explain. It's like, do what they want, even if it is doing girly stuff, in other words. And basically just gives her some good advice as she then goes to bed. And we then cut to many years later, as well, we're seeing Carly with a bunch of people showing up, dances. Everyone's dancing. She tries to explain about the outfits. It gets a pretty lukewarm reception. She even says, like, I worked hard. I know the dances are what everyone's here for, but you want them to look good, right? Yeah, and then she even said how her agent told them not to do these USO shows. And basically she just said she just wants a little recognition. When all of a sudden, meteorites start to fall. The driver just leaves her there, and one slams into her. She eventually wakes up in what is basically Area 51, and she meets up with this scientist who's studying her. When she asks, like, how long was I out? He claims 500 years. Humanity needs you. She's about to break down when he reveals, no, that was just a test to test your cognitive functions. You've only been gone for about 3 weeks. As we then basically start to get a little bit understanding of the type of person she is in the situation, and he's even told, we're not going to force you. If you want to leave, you can leave. And she chooses to leave. And she meets up with her friend who picks her up, Vicky. who kind of gives a Daphne vibe, and I don't remember her name, but hold on a sec. Sorry about that. I don't remember her name, but the little girl and the smart girl from OKKO, I kind of give a mixture of her and Velma from Scooby-Doo. And they head off and just talk and basically also reveal something similar. Teacher said, "Oh, you gotta go break the glass ceiling and everything." And so she had to be a geologist? All because Miss Wormy said so. So it's like, that's because I wanted to be a geologist. She was all about the science, told me to grow up, get that degree, and break that glass ceiling like it was still 1955 or something. My graduating class was 75% women at the lab. I have one male coworker. He's a total fruitcase. Some glass ceiling. Again, poking fun at everything. She's eventually dropped off and she's just trying to, saying like, I don't have brain damage, alright? And basically just trying to figure out what to do. She gets struck by lightning, and basically she becomes more of a blonde bombshell. And she basically feels like, I'm blonde, and she just rolls with it. Basically saying, this is what I need, a whole new look. I could remarket myself, rebrand myself. Yeah, she basically also goes from being a nice figure to a, again, bombshell figure. As, she meets up with Lansky and Schultz, Media Relation Agency, and she's told that she's going to be Warhen. Now, remember I told you about connecting it with Walmite? Well, if you recall from that review, when we had the Captain Marvel spoof, where it was basically Karl Manvers, but once they were able to set him back to normal, we had Warhen. So, yeah. Now, you're probably wondering, but wait, this is about Kamen America. We'll get there. And yeah, basically, dealing with a monster who even uses the comic version of Godzilla's roar, Screonk. They're basically saying Warren has come to stop them. Yeah, that basically leads into a big fight, and this is like her first thing right off the bat, when she's even like, can I just fight bank robbers? That's what cops are for, kid. You're here for the big league stuff. And she basically then, fights it until she's figuring out a bunch of her powers and takes it all out. And basically, they're the first woman superhero for the organization anyway. She's a slick chick. Yeah, somehow she turned it to mud. And she starts dealing with a whole bunch of other villains and everything. And, there's Walmart right there as we get just everything's going on nice and fine. As, she meets up with a homeless woman, gives her scarf, and is all happy about it. Until we find out that they do not care for her. As they are just arguing and everything. She's arguing with her, the media guys, basically saying how this is, this is a bit you're a fashionista, but it's all about who wears it, not what they wear. To which he even says like, no one's gonna, it's like, hey, I made it, all right. Vision by Vanders is her label, and basically just keep on arguing and she basically meets up with her friend, and she basically feels like, life sucks. But, she's doing what she wanted and everything. She's just trying to figure out what to do. Like, is it worth doing this? She doesn't know. There's, they meet up. They want to give her a psychic name, Major Babe. But yeah, basically this is going to be empowering. Basically making fun of all the stuff from Marvel. That's it. As Carly decides, I'm out of here. She just storms right out because they're saying, like, we got to maximize profit, sponsorship. He's like, enough. Everything you do is terrible. Everything you say is terrible. You're terrible. You've done nothing but take advantage of me. And for the record, I like McDonald's, but I am not going to wear their logo. So to which she decided, like, I'm going to go with what I wanted to call myself in the first place. Kamen America in her outfit. As she basically meets up with her friends as they're ready to, and they're told there's some Russian-backed mercenaries broke a ceasefire and invaded the demilitarized zone. So, yeah, time for more going into action. And this is, her dad is somehow being taken in, so she decides to head on out there. Show that she can actually be a hero on her own. And she soon meets up with Misha Lapakova. And they're basically saying, you're trespassing and annexed Russian soil. So it leads to a fight as basically, they are... they go into a big fight, very anime-esque. As even saying, you're going to leave in a body bag. And it's just a great action sequence. Flying, boob shaking, all that stuff. Basically, and it's pointed out she got her abilities from the same place that Kamen America did, because they're basically evenly matched. She's trying to talk sense into her, but basically, she seems to be completely caught up in everything. Believing all the Russian stuff she's been told. And, again, just great action. A lot of weird name attacks played up into her fashionista. Nice ass shot, by the way. Until eventually she used up enough of her abilities, and it's finally revealed that she has a time limit. She can only hold it up for 3 hours. As she collapses, and Lavakova does a big blast, seemingly taking out Carly. But then, hold on. Now this I find a little weird. She walks up to her, says pathetic. I guess she's trying to walk away, but with one panel it kind of throws it off. She gets up, talks to her a bit more, and basically says, complimenting all of her outfits, her designs and everything. Basically saying that, and she gets to it through their love of fashion. And saying like soldiers aren't supposed to like sewing. Basically then brings in all the, they've been both going through the same thing. Like, everyone told me, don't do it. Everyone said this. So basically, it's just, it brings up saying, no, come on. You can be a person and you can sew clothing. A lot of people will concern themselves with telling you to be something you're not. The only thing you should focus on is being someone you are. Good words to live by. Oh, I love this. Angry Russian noises. Angrier Russian noises. Basically, shut them up. But saying like, I'll probably get court-martialed. It's not the end of the world. And basically saying you could try and be your own person. If Chiba and Carl tried to say, you can be common comrade. No. And all that. They head back home as, she's recuperated everything, finds a bunch of the stuff that kind of made them and everything, and it's just them ready to go off, have another adventure, and they're ready for whatever comes at them next. Do the right thing to do, and then it ends mysteriously with Japan 9 months ago. I guess it's what to imply someone else is going to come about. We get it's basically a bit more artwork, especially by Miss Sashi. Really love her artwork. And then we get, a bit more designs by Tim. Very nice. Really like them. Then we get an epilogue. After having a little bit of an adventure, she's brought back to Area 51, where we meet up with, setting up even more crossover appeal, Black Ops. Yep. And basically meet up, and she's all like, ooh, cutie gootie. And, that's the end. What can I say? I really like it. Mark and Mark and Tim really make a great team. And this one, not as politically charged by comparison to Wall Might, for example, but it fits in the same universe. It still plays on the, feminist end, but it does it in a way that actually makes sense. Basically saying, this is a real strong woman, not the, we gotta go overboard, push it, break the glass ceiling, like Ed point out, that's a bit outdated, or girls can't do this type of thing. And having it come from all angles, again, a little heavy-handed, but in that way that you're like, I get it. I didn't roll my eyes at it when I read it. Some might, I'm pretty sure, but the artwork by Tim is great. The action is great. This is probably the thickest book that I've gotten from him, so it definitely fleshes out more than even Wall Might did. And yeah, it's just really good. I will eventually, from what Tim Lim has said, he and Mark are working on their own website to be able to make some of the copies of Black Ops and all that are much more, and they'll be of the collected with features that were in their original campaign versions. I will be getting those eventually whenever they do a third book. I understand there's going to be a finale to the Wall Might trilogy called The Magalorian coming soon. I can't wait for that. And of course, more of Kamen America. So yeah. One more thing. The book also included a nice little sticker and a little postcard that has Kamen America, Rags, and I believe that's supposed to be Punchline. It's hard for me to tell. I think that's her. But yeah, all of them in a little crossover that's supposed to happen eventually in the future, of which I can't wait for that. So yeah, wanted to do this, get some stuff out. I will, once I actually get back to the March of Deathstroke, you'll all see why I'm doing this. I have a few other books I might go over. Not going to do a camera one though. It's getting a bit of a pain in the butt trying to find time for this. But since a lot of these other campaign books are digital copies, I will be able to show you or talk about them off camera. You'll see what they are coming forward. But again, I almost did this. I almost did this digitally, but it just came in today, well, yesterday by the time you watch this, and I really need to talk about it with it on camera. So, yeah, be sure to turn in whenever I come back, and once I come back with continuing my Deathstroke stuff, you'll see what took me so long. But until then, I'll catch you guys later.